I don't usually do videos like this, but holy sh... Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk, and in this video I discuss all the major reveals that GW dropped on us in the early hours of this morning, or late last night, depending on where in the world you are. With their Adeptacon big reveals, and there is so much to talk about. Yeah, I don't normally do videos like this. Maybe I'll do more in the future, if you guys like this format. I'm trying to experiment, do a lot of different things on the channel, try and get more videos out, basically. Really cool. So yeah, oh my god, there's just so much to talk about. I'm going to go through Warhammer Community, have a page of all the major reveals on. I'm just going to go through each major reveal on the page, because there is a lot. There is a lot. Holy crap. Yeah. So, I'll be posting up pictures during this video as well. I'm sure you guys have probably seen all the pictures, all the videos, and the interwebs are just going mad at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to add to that madness. So the first thing we have are the Imperial Knights. So there is a new Imperial Knight kit coming out. This thing is just full of guns. This is like your big fire platform. There's shoulder mounted guns, torso mounted guns, arm mounted guns. I think there's even guns on the top of them as well. Yeah, this really cool. I'm very excited to get one to add to my knights, with the Armigers coming out at the weekend as well, as part of the Forgebane box. I'll be having a few of them. So with this knight and my existing knights, I have a pretty cool Imperial Knight force, which I'm very looking forward to. How they fare on the battlefield will remain to be seen. And we'll find out, because they will be getting a codex with this release as well. So I have the Armigers and lots of goodies in there. They're starting to feel a bit more like a fleshed out force now, which is really cool. Also, Codex Harlequins and Codex Deathwatch will be coming out in the near future as well, over the next few months, GW says. So that don't leave us with many codexes left to come out. Orcs being the I think Orcs are like the big one that we haven't seen yet. So yeah, very cool. I'm very excited for them releases. Next up we have Combat Roster. So this is very similar to the Army Builder app that you have for Age of Sigmar. They're teaming up with Roll Call, which is a Warhammer 40k Army Builder building website, to bring you Combat Roster. So yeah, just like a War Scroll Builder, we've got one 40k as well. Really cool. We just need a 40k app now, much like the Age of Sigmar one. That would be really nice. Not that I'm going to complain about anything after all these releases, because yeah, there's so much. Okay, so next, probably the big, much anticipated reveal. The one that we all expected was the Idoneth Deepkin, and my word, do they look amazing. The only unit I don't like are like the guys on like these flying fish type things. I mean, don't get me wrong, the guys themselves look amazing. I love the aesthetic of this army. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Just sort of these flying fish, I'm not too convinced about them. But oh, they're just so cool. I mean, yeah, there's like these flying chariot tortoise things. I actually quite like them. They're very, very awesome. And some of the character models, the guy with a big sort of like wave sort of coming out of him. I don't know if it's like a cloak or looks like a wave. There's like fish. There's just like, that guy is just awesome. You've got a guy in this big sort of sea creature mount type thing. It's just incredible. And even just your regular guys, they look really cool. Yeah, as I said, I love the aesthetic of this army. And the sort of sea elf look to them. They just look amazing. And yeah, I'm very excited for this army. And they do show like Age of Sigmar really sort of going in its own direction away from fantasy. And Warhammer Fantasy was very generic. You know, you had your elves, your high elves, wood elves, dark elves, Bretonnians, Empire. Everything had this sort of really sort of familiar fantasy feel, you know. And now, like, Age of Sigmar is just, they've broken away from that. They can just go in any direction they want, and if you want people on flying fishes or flying tortoises, they can do that, and they can make up their own creatures and mounts and stuff, which they've been doing quite well. Anyway, you got Caradron Overlords. They're sort of the first real sort of faction to really break away from what we're sort of familiar with their airships and stuff. And yeah, these sort of feel like the Caradron version of elves in a way, and they've really broken away from what we're used to, just as the Caradrons did with dwarfs. They just look amazing. I am really pumped for this release. Yeah, I keep saying I just want to concentrate on the armies I've got and not be swayed by anything, but these are just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I mean everything in this reveal is just getting me excited, as you guys can probably tell. Apart from this next thing. Raw Magic Unleashed. So here we have like a giant purple skull thing with spikes that floats around. Yeah, I'm not digging that. I guess it says here, early on in Malign Portents, the effects were subtle. Does that even make sense? Early on in Malign Portents, the effects were subtle signs and omens, but now the very winds of magic themselves are starting to rebel. Yeah, it makes sense if you read it properly. So essentially it's like magic, maybe taking its own form and starting to form units, and I don't know. I'm not digging that. I'm not a massive fan of that, I must say, but hey, it could be the start of something really awesome for all we know. It could just be first in many weird magical things we might see. And again, there's no boundaries in Age of Sigmar, so they can just come up with anything they want. But yeah, I'm not really too into that, but we'll see. It could be really awesome in the game and everyone will want to buy one, So next it says, something wicked this way comes. So speaking of Nagash, past year has seen the forces of death continue to rise. In General's Handbook 2017 we saw expanded rules for Nighthorn and Flesh Eater Courts, whilst Legion of Nagash transformed death as a whole into a varied and coherent fighting force. The Grand Necromancer is far from finished though, and there is more in stores for the Legion of Sheesh this year. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. Sheesh. Let's say Shyish. Yeah, this looks like a black coach miniature. A lot of people have been saying there's a new black coach. Certainly you can see elements of the black coach. Who's to say this reveal only has one miniature in it though? You know, some of the other things could be from other stuff. But yeah, hopefully one of the Death sub-factions will be getting its own little book. Maybe some extra units and stuff. It'll be very, very cool. Yeah. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, my wallet is crying at the moment with all these amazing reveals. Next up we have Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions. So this is a collectible card game using champions from Age of Sigmar. So if you're into your card gaming, it'd be very cool. Personally I'm not a card gamer, so it doesn't really interest me as much, but it's nice that they're just branching out and really just taking the IP in all kinds of directions. It's really cool. Next we have Warhammer Underworlds Shadespire. So last week we revealed 2 new Warhammer Underworlds warbands, which look very cool. Once you get these 2 expansions in your hand, the astute among you will notice that the cards in these sets fill out the numbering in the Warhammer Underworlds Shadespire library. Shows how astute I am, because I never even noticed these numbers. But I haven't played Shadespire for a couple of months, so hang on, does that mean there are no more cards or warbands? Of course not. Worry not, brave explorers of the Mirrored City, we have plans to carry on supporting this game for a long time yet. And we dare say the Underworld still have plenty of horrors to uncover. And here's a sneak peek of what to come, and there's just a couple of cards. But, yeah, I'm so glad there's going to be more factions. I think every faction in Age of Sigmar should eventually have a warband, at least. I really enjoy Shadespire, it's fun to play. I haven't played it for a while. Definitely not going to be playing it with my girlfriend while we've got a newborn baby. It's just going to be impossible, but yeah, it's a great little game, very easy to pick up. Yeah, I do love Shadespire and I can't wait to see what more comes out for that. So next we have the independent event exclusive miniature. Over the past few years, we've been lucky enough to support and attend some fantastic independent events around the world, with Adeptacon being just one of the highlights of our calendar. The passion of the organisers and attendees of these events have been nothing short of inspirational, and we really want to do something extra special to reward the commitment to the Warhammer hobby. So, starting at Adeptacon 2019, so a whole year ahead, and we'll be introducing all new miniatures and giving them exclusively to events like Adeptacon and their attendees. Here's an early concept of what the first miniature might look like, and then they just bring up this Primaris Marine, who does actually look really cool. Sometimes these event-only miniatures aren't that great, but I really like this guy, and he's only a concept, so you might not even get him, but what a really good idea. I know they do it at their own events, but now they're really starting to support the more independent events, and now they're going to have exclusive miniatures for them. I think that is a really good move by GW. Just absolutely brilliant. They really are just really kicking out of the park lately. They're just really they're a different company to what they were 5-6 years ago. It really is quite incredible. We have White Dwarf. White Dwarf team have been doing some sterling work of late to incorporate reader feedback into the magazine. Kit bashing articles, thank you. New rules and classic battle reports rethought. In fact, here's a quick look at one such battle report on its way to a newsstand, and then there's the last stand at Glazers Creek 2. So I look forward to that. So keep your eyes peeled here for the Warhammer community site for the upcoming White Dwarf survey, where you have a chance to help decide the future of the magazine. So they're going to be asking us maybe what sort of articles we like. I really want more scratch-built terrain and kit bashing articles, GW. Please, I'll certainly be putting that on the survey. And while we speak of surveys, you might remember there was that big survey from a few years ago. A few years? Few months. It wasn't that long ago. It feels like years. And yeah, a few months back we ran the Warhammer Community Survey, offering you a chance to tell us what you thought about all things Warhammer. The response was awesome, and we took all your points seriously. As the year rolls on, we'll be looking at how we can address more of your points, but now we've got some great news on 3 of them. So, let's get into this. Warhammer Legends, a home for heroes. For many, the Warhammer hobby is a lifelong passion. We're sure lots of you own miniatures that are years, if not decades, old. We do. It's a sad truth, then, that we can't continue to stock every model we made forever. What we do want to do, though, is to ensure that going forward we have a way to allow you to keep playing with your much-loved collection to enjoy all your miniatures forever, and that's where Warhammer Legends comes in. And what a great idea. Essentially, they're just going to have rules for every classic miniature that they no longer do. I hope this includes units as well. Maybe they'll update some Bretonnian and Tomb King rules. That would be really nice. And not only that, they're going to be doing a lot of made-to-order stuff. So the first wave is going to be some Dark Elf characters. You've got the old Marathi model there and a few others. Really cool miniatures. I might have to pick some up. But yeah, that's a really cool idea. And of course, them rules are there. You could maybe convert up your own version of these characters to sort of bring them up to date with the current sort of aesthetic as well, and that's something I'd probably like to look into doing. So yeah, really excited about that. And who knows, I know really they'll only bring back metal miniatures or fine cast miniatures, but wouldn't it be nice if they just brought some of the old plastic kits back, even if it's just for a brief moment of time? That would be amazing. Split shipping is coming back, so if you were to order some of these made-to-order stuff and some other stuff, you haven't got to wait for everything to be in stock together. I didn't actually know they got rid of that. I've used it a lot in the past when I used to pre-order stuff, and you could get the pre-ordered stuff delivered when it comes out and the rest of your stuff earlier. But that's good. That's good news that that's coming back. And then there's just one more thing. And yeah, you all know what this is. Plastic Sisters of Battle are on their way for reals. It's happening. We don't have to speculate anymore. It's going to happen. Not this year, but it's going to happen next year. Plastic Sisters of Battle. Just take a moment to let that sink in. But what's really cool is that they're going to be sort of blogging in a way. Well, we'll read what it says. So we're going to do something we've never done before. Right up until the release, we'll be bringing you updates on the Sisters of Battle, sharing images and snippets of info, and a whole ton of behind-the-scenes goodness. So sort of like a ongoing sort of blog series showing the development of the Sisters of Battle, which is going to be really cool. Really going to get everyone pumped for that. And wow, yeah. We've waited a long time for that. And it's happening. And they've teased it a lot lately, haven't they? The Magnus video and the Squat Clock video. They've teased about them, and I've always had that inkling that it was going to happen in this edition, and hey, I'm right. I'm right. I can actually say I'm right about something. Yay. And yeah, I can take a breath because that is it for now. And wow. Yeah, I don't normally do these videos, but I would love to have the time to sort of do more videos where we talk about upcoming releases, rumours and stuff like that. And just everything else what's going on in the hobby, because there's so much going on now in these days. But this is huge, too huge to ignore, and yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I'm just so pumped for the Idoneth Deepkin and the Plastic Sisters, and even the Knights. So yeah, I'm going to catch my breath and leave it at that. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below. You can like, subscribe, check out our Patreon, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Social links are down below as well, that's the other thing I want to say. And yeah, I'll be posting up a lot of my newly painted miniatures on Instagram very soon. I'm doing some Daughters of Cain. I've got a live show this evening as well. Yeah, I don't really mention the live shows on these videos, but I do. I've started them back up again every Thursday, 8 PM, that's UK time. So yeah, I'm going to get up for that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.